I was born and raised on Vancouver Island. I didn't really have, a lot of stability in my life. My mom was a very young mother. First time drinking was probably elementary school. Um, I, started smoking marijuana, or cannabis. I was introduced to crack cocaine at 17 years old. Um, my first time using crack cocaine was with my parents and some of their friends. And it kind of, you know, progressed from there. But yeah, I ended up in prison and I was 19 years old. I ended up in Prince George Regional, which is max security. 19 years old, I was probably about 170 pounds. I got to go learn how to be a man now. And it was kind of a pattern of, like going back to prison, getting released, going back to prison, getting released. I was, drinking a lot and exploring with the heroin, and my addiction spiraled from there. I woke up one day thinking I had the flu, and I was like, "What's going on here?" And I had somebody that I was using with tell me, "Well, you're probably dope sick. You've been using for quite a while," and I was like, "Shit. Well, I'm fully addicted to heroin now." It came to a point where I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, do you really want to do this for the rest of your life? Like, I had to make a decision, and that's not the life that I wanted. I was active in the lifestyle for a long period of time. Active in the gang lifestyle, and I worked my way up the rankings. I was, the second highest ranking member in both BC and Alberta. I didn't like the way things were going. I seen how it was affecting my family, the whole dynamics of my family on my kids. I really seen how it was affecting me having to be out there and being the animal, a vicious, violent animal, having to come home and be dad. I had went back to prison in 2017, and I told myself that last time I was in prison that when I get out this time, that's it. I'm done. I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. So I did. I made a decision. I got out and I called he was my best friend. He was the highest ranking, right above me. And I had told him, I said, that's it. I'm done. I'm out. If I didn't make the choice I made to leave, that I would I would definitely be dead for sure. 100%. I would not be alive. That's just the direction that everything was going. The PTSD is real, in many, many aspects. Like my experiences while I was active in the lifestyle, the PTSD from leaving. I have to look over my shoulder all the time, and I don't know if that what will happen. The change was for the better, though. I'm doing so many better things in my life now. Little did I know that when I was introduced into this field of work, that this is my calling. I am relating to our clients that struggle with mental health and substance use on a whole other level, right? I'm on their level. I've been there, right? I still struggle. I still have my struggles, and our clients know that I'm human. I'm real, and I've experienced what they're experiencing, so I relate to them on that level, right? So every day I get to go and do this, and I go through times where I'm like, I can't believe I get paid to do this. I can't believe I get paid to come here and help people. I get to be a support. I get to be a crutch for these people and guide them in the right direction. They're the ones doing the work, but I get to be a part of it. Seeing somebody's success, of beating addiction and coming through our programs at Phoenix is worth more than a paycheck to me. I don't go to I don't go to work for the paycheck. That's what I like to see. I'm doing things now that I should have been doing in my 20s, but you're never too old to make change. And it's possible. I'm living a really good life now. I understand that feeling of being stuck, but just anybody that thinks that they're stuck in that lifestyle, you're not stuck. It's might be what you know in the moment, but it's never too late to turn that around and make a difference, make change.